Welcome to my kcse revision channel. Teacher James Marita, Grigoris Boys High School. Kindly subscribe my channel. Click the notification bell to get notified once I upload a new video. Today we are looking at commercial arithmetic 2 and we are looking at the taxation. So in this tax, we have two types of taxes. That is the normal tax, as usually where the basic salary is given, all of the allowances are given, and therefore one is required to calculate the tax being paid from that the given salary and all the allowances. We have also the reverse tax. This is where the 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 the, the tax is given, the total tax is given, and therefore one is required maybe to calculate the basic salary. So today we are looking at the normal tax, and in this case, these are most of the questions which are set in paper 2, section P. It's a from 3-1. So the table below shows the tax rates in a certain year. So we have this is the rate in a certain year. Monthly income in Kenya shillings, and then the rate in tax in each shilling. In this case here, you might be given the monthly tax income in Kenya pounds, and therefore you will be given rate in some amount of shillings per pound. So those are some of kind of the questions that you will be facing on this tax income. But here in this case, we have been given a monthly income in Kenya shillings, and then we have the rate in percentage in each shillings. From 1 to 1,180, the rate is 10%. 10%. Then we have 1,181 to 21,714, the rate is 15%. We have 21,715 to 32,248, the rate is 20%. Then we have 32,249 to 42,782, the rate is 25%. Then we have the any amount which is above the 42,883, the rate is just 30%. So in that year, Juma earned a basic salary of Kenya shillings of 50,000. So we have been given the basic salary here of Kenya shillings 50,000 per month, and then we have, apart from having this basic salary, he also enjoyed the following allowances. One, we have a house allowance of 30,000, Kenya shillings 30,000, that's an allowance. Then we have community allowance of Kenya shillings 10,000, and then we have medical allowance of Kenya shillings 10,000. So these are some of the allowances that he is enjoying apart from having that basic salary on top of that. Then we have, he had a life insurance policy for which he paid Kenya shillings 24,000 per month. He contributes any money that is now given as a contribution. This one is now can be counted as a deduction. So he contributes Kenya shillings 5,000 towards a pension fund which is exempted from taxation. Exempted from taxation, it means that this 5,000 Kenya shillings which he contributes towards the pension fund is not taxed. And then we have that money is exempted from taxation. He was also entitled to a personal relief of Kenya shillings 1,280 per month, and an insurance relief of 15,000 of the premium paid up to a maximum of Kenya shillings 3,000. So we have two reliefs here. There is a personal relief of Kenya shillings 1,280. Then there is this insurance relief. Insurance relief, remember this person, he had a life insurance policy of which he is paying 24,000 per month. But of this 24,000, he is being given a relief of 15% of that money. So in the first question, part A, we are supposed to calculate Chuma's monthly taxable income. So the taxable income, we have a formula here that the taxable income is equivalent to, we have the basic salary plus taxable allowances. So we have this is plus the taxable allowances, we have taxable allowances, and because there is an exemption, there is this money, 5,000 is contributing towards the pension, the pension fund, which is exempted from taxation. Remember, this 5,000 is not subjected to taxation, therefore it must be subtracted. In this case here, we subtract an exemption. But if the exemption is not there, if the exemption is not given, the taxable income is equivalent to the basic salary plus the taxable allowances, like that. If the exemption is just there, we have the basic salary plus the taxable allowances, then we subtract the exemption. So, basic salary of Kenya cedis is just 50,000. So we have this one as 50,000 plus the first allowance is a house allowance of 30,000. So we have a house allowance of 30,000 plus we have commute allowance of 10,000. So we have the commute allowance of 10,000. Then plus we have a medical allowance of another 10,000. Medical allowance of another 10,000, like that. Then because there is an exemption of 5,000, the money which is not taxed, so it is being subtracted. So we subtract that 5,000 from here because that money is exempted from taxation. And that one will give us a taxable income of Kenya shillings 95,000. So we have that taxable income of Kenya shillings 95,000. So this is Chumai's monthly taxable income. This is the money which is being taxed. So part P, we are supposed to calculate the tax payable by Chuma that month. Look at this value here. We have this value of Kenya shillings, that is 95,000. On this table, any value which is above 42,987,783, the rate is 30%. So and when you compare the values given on the table and the taxable income, you get that the monthly taxable income of Mr. Juma is above the 42,783. So what do? We can have that value here. So we have that value here, the 95,000. We have this 95. We have this one here as 95,000. So we can now start taxing from 1 shillings to 1,180. The tax is just at the rate of 10%. So we can have this as 1,180 shillings times, this is 10 divided by 100. In that case, the tax payable here, in that case, you will get as 118. So we have this is 100, we have this is 118. So the next tax we have 21,714. So here the difference we have between 1,182 and 21,714, you just subtract. So you will have 21,714, you subtract 1,180. So if you do that subtraction, you will get a value equivalent to 10,534. So we have this is 10,000, we have 5,000, 10,000, 534, 534. Then this one is multiplied by 30 rate. The rate given there is just 15% of 100. It is 15% of 100. And if you calculate that 15% of 100, you will get 1,580 and 10 cents. So we have this is 1,580 and 10 cents. So at that point, you will be paying the tax of Kenya shillings 1,580 and 10 cents. Then the next step we have 32,248. So you just also find the difference. 32,248. You subtract 21,714. That one can also give us a difference of 10,000. A difference of 10,534. The rate given there is just 20%. So you will have 20%, it is over 100. And in that rate now, the tax paid is equivalent to 21,006 shillings. So you will have this one as 21,006 shillings. And of course, now we will have 80 cents. That is the tax paid on that slab. Then we have another difference because we have our values beyond the 42,000. So we have 42,782. You subtract 32,248. That one also gives us a difference of 10,534. The rate given here is 25%. So you will have this is 25% over 100. And in that case now, we are getting that one as 2,000. That one is giving us 2,633 and 633 and 50 cents. And 50 cents. So we have our next taxation. We take now our value. Our value in this case was 95,000. 95,000. Now you subtract 42,782. That one will give us a difference of 52,218. So we have that one gives us a difference of 52,218. The rate being taxed there is 30%. So you will have this as 30% of 100. And the tax paid on that in that part is equivalent to 15,665. So we have this is 15,665 and 40 cents. So up to that point now, this is the tax being paid in each slab. 10%, you will get 118. 20%, 1,508 cents. Then we have 20%, we have as 2,106 cents. Then we have 25%, it is 2,633 and 50 cents. And then finally we have at the rate of 30%, the tax is 15,665 and 40 cents. So in this case now, you will need a total tax. So you can have the total values here. So we have, you get the totals in that case. Totals in this case is equivalent to, you take 118 plus the 1,508 and 10 cents plus 21,000. So if you add that one, you will get, you will get 23,103. So this is 23,103, and then we have an 80 cents. So the total tax. But now this is not the tax the tax paid by a human. We need to have the net tax. Net tax here in this case, the net tax must be paid using the total tax, then you subtract the relief. If you read our question, you get that there are two types of relief. One relief is a personal relief, of which is equivalent to 1,280 shillings. Then we have another relief, that is the life insurance policy, of which is paid the 24,000. In this 24,000, he is being given a relief of 15%. So we need to get a relief of 15%. So that relief of we have insurance policy. So in that insurance policy relief, insurance policy relief, this one is equivalent to, we have that one as 15% of 100 times, now that case it is 24,000, and that one now will be equivalent to be, it is 3,600. But in that case, it was being given the premium 15% of the premium paid up to a maximum of Kenya shillings 3,000. So we have a maximum here. The maximum payable relief maximum relief in that case, maximum relief is 3,000 because the maximum relief here is 3,000. Then we have the personal relief of Kenya shillings 1,280. So we have now the total reliefs. We must have the total reliefs. The total reliefs is equivalent to the, we have 3,000, and then we have the personal relief of 1,280. That one gives us a Kenya shillings of 4,000. And so we have this Kenya shillings of 4,000. Then we have 200 and we have 280. Then now we need to get the net tax. So you get the net tax. Net tax is equivalent to, it is the total tax. So we have the total tax minus, now in this case, relief. The total tax minus relief. So our total tax was equivalent to 23,103.80 in that case. So minus the total relief of Kenya shillings 4,280. So the net tax now will be equivalent to the Kenya shillings 18,000. So we have, this is 18,823. So we have 18,823 and 80 cents per month. So and 80 cents per month. So that's how simply you can get the net tax. Net tax is equivalent to the total tax minus relief. And in this case, you need to check very well. You might be having more than one relief. For instance, here we have a personal relief, and then we have a life insurance relief. Then we are supposed to calculate Chuma's net pay that month. Chuma's net pay that month. We need to have net pay. It is net pay is the same as the gross pay. The total amount this man is now pocketing after the deduction, paying the loans, paying the pension scheme and other contributions. So there is this money that it will remain. That money is called the net pay, or we call it the gross pay. So in that case here, we need to have the total tax, the total deduction. Total deduction in this case here, remember that this tax here is part of the deduction. It is the major deduction. So we are starting by getting our total deduction. So we have total deductions here. The total deductions, we are starting from this one here. So we have Kenya shillings 18,823 and 80 cents plus the other deduction now is contributing 5,000 towards the pension scheme. So we have that 5,000, and remember this 5,000 is exempted from taxation, and that is why we subtracted there. He's also had another deduction of the life insurance policy, of which is now paying the 24,000 per month. So we have this as 24,000 per month. So if you will have this total deduction, will be equivalent to 47,000. So you get this one as Kenya shillings as you have this as 47,823. So we have 823 and then 80 cents. This is the total deduction that taken from Mr. Chuma. Now, if you need now the net pay, we have the basic salary. Basic salary, the taxable income, all the money which is being taxed, we have the basic salary plus the taxable allowances and then minus exemption. But in this case here now, to get the gross taxable income here in this case, then we need to get the gross taxable income. So we have gross taxable income. Gross taxable income of Mr. Chuma. The gross taxable income, first we have 50,000. We have 50,000 plus 3,000, that is a house allowance, plus 10,000, that is commute allowance, plus another 10,000, that is the medical allowance. Then plus the 5,000. This 5,000 here, it is being exempted from taxation. Remember this money we subtracted in the first case because it is not being taxed. So that one now will be equivalent to P. This one is equivalent the Kenya shillings, in this case 100,000. We have that one as 100,000. So to get the net pay now, it is the gross taxable income minus the total deduction. So net pay, so you say that net pay, this one is equals to the gross taxable income, gross taxable income minus the gross taxable income minus the total deductions. We have the total deductions. So that one will be equivalent to, it is 100,000. We have that one as 100,000 minus now the 47,823 and 80 cents. And that is now you get 52,176. So that one will be equivalent to the Kenya shillings 52,176 and 80 cents per month. This is the net 2 months net pay per month. Don't forget to subscribe my channel, watch and share. Thank you.